So welcome to B-Dub Studios. It was designed by myself and my lovely wife, Cindy J. So as you walk into, I call it a floating studio, you have all the hardware equipment in the racks. We have a lot of hardware compressors, EQs. We have everything is pretty much from Warm Audio except for the one piece at the bottom that's from Neve, the Neve 542s. But you got the Warm Audio 73. We have the 76 there. We have the Warm Audio EQP. Then we have the Warm Audio bus compressor right there. And then below it again, the Neve 542s. And over here, we have the Warm Audio LA2A. On my mic stand, I have the Warm Audio U47, the Warm Audio 8000, and also the Lawton Audio microphones. I have those tucked away. I'll put them away so they don't get dust in them. I have on this side of the unit, we have Apollo Twin. On this other unit, we have Apollo Twin. And this one right here for the laptop goes underneath the drum machine from Native Instruments. That's my Windows setup. That's the Universal Audio Solo. Same brand, but just the single unit for the Windows PC. We have the Presonus 8. And this, of course, the drum machine belongs to Native Instruments. I use that with the software called Machine. And at my top recording keyboard is the Key 37 from Akai. I love Akai. I used to have the MPC 1, but I got rid of it to get that. And in the middle, we have the new Roland 404 MK2, which is a brilliant piece of machinery. I do a lot of sampling in there and drum programming. And my latest song that's up on the monitor, we just recorded. I did it on that production suite right there. So let's talk about the floating room. Now, originally I had ideas with the moving pads to put them on, mic stands like this. I had a bunch of mic stands, like 8 mic stands going all around in the U shape like I have right now. But they were actually hanging on pliers, like grips, those clamps that you get from the hardware store, like a Harbor Freight. I had them all clamped around me, and it looked, very tacky. It sounded good. The acoustic treatment is really good because, as you can see, inside here, it's a dead sound. Not dead, but better for recording, more suited because there are no reflections. Against that wall, I have some foam panels against the wall, right? And, this U shape right here are the floating pads. And at the top, you have the curtain rods. She called them ceiling rods, my wife, Cindy J. Cindy J actually had this idea of making it more professional and making it float more so than on sticks like I did. So I love my wife. God bless me with a wonderful wife, Cindy J, y'all. She's also a wonderful singer as well. A fantastic wife and a fantastic mother. And an excellent chef, too. But yeah, so right here, she put the curtain rods, and we hung this. All she had to do is we had to drill the holes in there. So I drilled the holes, and she actually screwed them in. And we have a floating right here. Over there's our kitchen. Believe it or not, that's our kitchen over there, right? And right here's another one. And then in the front of me, I have another one. Now right here, it's kind of dark, you can't see it, but this is my shield. I sing behind my shield. So I put my shield over here when it's time to sing. So I have even more reflection because inside my shield, I have a top foam on my top shield, and inside I put the microphone, right? And so I have even an extra layer of, soundproofing acoustics. Now, you don't want a completely dead little square. I see a lot of people doing closet recording in a small closet. I used to do that before, and it sounds like you're in a tight box. You can hear it on the microphone. The sound is very tight, but not open. You know what I mean? So it's like you want a nice sound that don't have a lot of reverberation, but you don't want it completely dead because there's no life in your performance on the microphone. So with how we got it, we have airflow here, right behind. I don't sing that way. I sing this way, right? So when I'm over here singing and I got the shield right here, then, in fact, let me pull that shield out if I can. Let's pull that shield out real quick. Yeah, pull it out, okay? So we'll pull the shield over here. All right, boom. So we got the shield out, right? And when I'm performing, I'm sitting in this chair right here, right? Sitting in this chair right here, and I'm singing at the mic. And this is the mic. Right now, the mic I have up is the Warm Audio U47 mic in there, all right? So I put the shield protection over it, and as you can see, we have this top that my wife, again, Cindy J, her mastermind, she said, you know what, let's not give you just a regular shield where it stops right here. Let's extend it with foam here, and let's put a thing on the top so you can have total isolation. So imagine having this isolation here and this isolation here, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. The sound is completely amazing, and we have airflow coming out of here. Again, you don't want this to be a box either. So I put airflow back here, so it's not a box sound. The sound escapes out through, but it's not coming back into the microphone, giving you that nasty resonance. When you have nasty resonance, it's so hard to have a clean sound, because those high frequencies, 2K, 4K, 8K, they get nasty. No matter what kind of EQ you put on them or compress, you can't get that stuff out of there. You have to use something called soothe, and that's not 100%. It'll get close, but it's better to have a natural sound going in. And let me tell you something. I did a test, man. I did a test where, I had no phone, and I actually used ChatGPT. I said, man, I say, Chat, can you, I call it Chat Bird. I say, Chat Bird, can you tell me, the resonance that you're hearing off my walls without this padding up? And can you tell me the resonance you're hearing when I put it up? And he said, of course I have tools. I can run an analysis on it. So what I had to do was I recorded like a sound bite of me saying, reflection, reflection. As you can hear, there's no reflection in here. And then I did it out here. I did it in my kitchen. Reflection, reflection. You hear all that? Then I went in my bathroom. Reflection, reflection. It's worse. So different rooms have different sounds. Reflection, reflection, right? Reflection. It's a lot of bad sounds. So in here, it was complete. It was like perfect. It was, reflection, reflection. See, it's better. So he said, man, those moving pads really got rid of that nasty resonance up in the upper frequencies, like the 8K, 5K, 10K. He says they're very nasty outside of these pads in the regular part of the home. He says, man, you got to keep those pads up. And he showed me on the chart, how it looked, very, very nasty. It was all red and yellow and green, the harshness. And in the good zones, it was green. So that let me know we had a good space here, man. So I encourage you guys, if you're on a budget, these things here, these moving pads are only $13 at Harbor Freight. They're 72 by 83, 72 by 83. And the rods cost us $19.99 a piece at Walmart. I got 3 rods. You can get different colors. I got the brown, they got the silvers, they got black. Those poster boards, my wife sent me to the dollar store, and I got them for $1 a piece. We got 6 of them, 6 poster boards, right? And the foam I already had. I got that foam from the music shop. I believe it was, I think it's Guitar Center. No, Carlton Music. I got it from Carlton Music, all right? But you can get it from Guitar Center as well. It's just the Orlex foam. We'll get it from Amazon. It's just foam that come in a box, and they're very thin. And you have to shake them out and fluff them up, and then she just put them up, on the poster board. Now, those I just put against the wall. I may have her do the poster boards for the walls as well to make it more neater. I think I might do that project, and that'll make it more neater and more space. That makes more sense. I like that. I just thought about that. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you guys are encouraged, man. Get your studios, sounding great and quiet, man. It makes the mixing better when I'm mixing it here. Through the speakers, it sounds, there's no reflection I'm hearing back when I'm mixing. So singing is great in a room like this, and also mixing in a room is great like this. I hope this video helped you guys, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to show you guys a lot of things I do, with the studio and other stuff as well. We're going to be doing some films on our channel. Some independent feature films. We already have 4 films, Cindy J and myself. We directed, shot, starred in our movies on Tubi. We have 4 movies. Our latest movies are 7 Roses. It's spelled with a number 7, like 7, and then Roses. And then you have iWatch, and it's spelled EYEIWATCH. We do everything together, man. Movies, everything. So go watch iWatch, EYEIWATCH, and 7 Roses. Watch 7 Roses first. That's our latest one, the best quality so far. 7 is 7 ROSES. And we shot that on the S1H, the Panasonics. Those are very, very high-end cameras, and it gave it that cinematic look. All right, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful time, and enjoy yourselves. God bless you. Peace.